In 2006, Captain Mike Beers landed the Austin Town Lake largemouth bass record, weighing over 12 pounds. But newfound notoriety comes at a cost, feeling pressure to keep delivering. Captain Mike sets his eyes on his own backyard of Lake Austin. With over 25 years of experience, he and first mate Mick Linares set out to catch the lake's biggest bass. Taunted by another record catch in early 2011, the task seems just beyond reach. Now on his home turf, the captain and his first mate set out to tackle the impossible, which can only happen on the water.
TJ Nissen got the bite of a lifetime. The local man caught a record-breaking bass on Lake Austin earlier this week. Here's his play-by-play of how it all happened.
Had a once-in-a-lifetime bite. Caught a fish that weighed a little over 16 pounds. Ended up being the new lake record for Lake Austin. Everybody has a equal opportunity to catch one. It's right here in Austin, Texas, right in the backyard. Don't have to travel a long way.
I'd like to have that record myself. Everywhere I go, people are like, oh, you're the guy that caught that big bass. But I actually live just a little bit west of Austin on what we call Lake Austin. So my focus is to try to catch the record on my lake, Lake Austin. So that's what I'm attempting to do here. So it's going to be a hard road to hoe, but we'll give it our best. We're on the water probably as much, if not more, than just about anybody.
Right.
So we have, I believe, the best chance breaking that guy's record. That's the way you got to look at fishing. The more you do it, the more you increase the odds that you're going to win. So. Get another day on the water.
When I go to see the king, my dying diamond on the song in the honey bread. With my dying diamond by, with my dying diamond.
And we need to catch a big one right here, dude. This is the spot.
So we're working the bank and it's not that productive, nothing's really happening.
Look down there, Mick. Look at the water.
Mike turns around and looks into the middle of the lake, sees these shad bubbling.
See it? See it boiling?
He's like, man, turn the boat around, let's go to the middle, let's go to the middle. So we get over there, throw on some top waters, and we're just trying to mimic that shad, mimic that bait. We're casting, like first, second cast, boom, catch that 3-pounder.
Big one?
It's some of the best fishing. You throw on a topwater or a rattle trap and just mimic that shad, and you're just catching them one after the other.
Oh yeah, that's a good one, dude. yeah, buddy.
Usually we fish the bank, but sometimes these fish, they'll chase this bait ball into the middle of the lake, and the shad are just popping. We'll throw in a topwater or a crankbait, and we'll just kill them.
What you're looking for, you cast it out, you got your drag set pretty tight because you're going to have to bury the hook. When you cast it out, you're going to let it fall to the bottom. You let the worm fall, and most of your hits are going to come on the fall. You pick it up, slowly pick it up, and you can just imagine the worm is just going back up, and then he's falling again. That's when you get the hit. And when you get the hit, it's just going to feel like nothing. Even the biggest fish I've ever caught in my life, the 12-pounder, it just felt like a little tap tap. And when you feel that tap tap, okay, now I gotta go. I know he's there, but I don't want him to know that I'm here. So you wanna kinda like disengage and just let him have it, let him have it. Bring your rod tip down. I know he still got it because I got 3 to 5 seconds to let this happen. So once I reel it down about 90 degrees, a quick hook set, and you got it. And then it's just a matter of can you land this fish or not. If you can learn that technique, you can catch fish on Texas rig plastic baits. So. There's a fish right here. Oh, God, yeah. Nice one.
Need a net one?
Probably. Looks like a nice male, huh?
Yeah. God damn. Yes, man. Gotta take them up.
What are y'all getting there? 16 and a half?
Yeah.
Yep. There we go.
I'm gonna tie on a Texas rig plastic bait now. What I like to do is, you know, in warmer conditions, I like to use a heavier weight for faster action. As it gets colder, you know, I'll switch to, you know, smaller and even smaller weight when it's really cold, because the fish are slower moving when they're cold. They're lethargic. You know, it takes them a little longer to hit a bait, and so they want to see stuff moving slow like they are. So it's warm, so I'm gonna use a, you know, fairly heavy weight. I got my hook. I like to use like 4/0 worm hook, and you want that offset shank to it. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and slide my worm weight on. Then I'm gonna tie my my hook on. And the knot I like to use is the improved clinch knot. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna go through the eye of the hook. You're gonna go around the main line 5 times. You go back through the loop that creates, and then that's gonna create another loop. You're gonna wanna go through that loop. And this is the important part. You're gonna put the line in your teeth, and you're gonna pull it out just so, and pull on the main line so that it creates a perfect knot. And when the knot looks good, you're just gonna wanna clip that off. So how you're gonna put the worm on the hook is you wanna insert your hook in about 1/4 inch down, whatever the shank end is on your hook, that's about how far you wanna come down when you spear that worm. And then you're gonna feed that through, turn it around, and when you put it on, you gotta measure so that the worm looks as straight as possible. That's gonna give you the most natural look to your bait. If it doesn't look natural, the fish aren't gonna bite it. The most important thing is that your worm looks as straight as possible on your hook. That's gonna make it look the most natural and give you the best chance of catching a bass.
There he is.
Working the grass bed about 100 feet from where we put the boat in, hitting this 3-pounder, I mean, it was just awesome, you know.
He ain't done yet. Good one, Nick. That's what the kind of fish we're talking about there, dude. What do you say that fish weighs, Nick? 3 pounds?
Fishing the grass beds, that's, you know, that's typical cover. I mean, that's what fishermen look for. That's where the, you know, the bait's gonna be, and big fish follow the bait. Yeah, he's 18.
We need to catch more that look like that, dude.
Yeah, buddy. Okay, just let him go. Yeah!
Okay, this is a spot that we know there's a 10-pound bass up in here, and there he is. Oh my God! Oh, he just lost a big fish right there. How? I don't know how he didn't get. I don't know how I didn't catch a fish. Anyway, right over here is where we have lost a 10-pound plus bass 2 times over the last probably year or so. So we can't go by this spot without stopping and giving it a shot, because he's probably here still. So they're on to us, you know. Bass are like predators, so they have to learn things, and after a while they won't. A big bass won't even bite artificial bait. So the best way we have found to catch really large bass is to fish at night, and fish real slowly at night, and you'll catch some of the biggest bass of your life if you have the patience. So.
This is my favorite way to re-spool my reel whenever my reel's out of line. All I do is, you know, most boats have a cooler. You just shove this line down on that ice, and you want to make sure the line's coming off the top of the spool. You know, you put a little friction with your fingers and just reel it on up. But what happens when you stick this down on that ice, it creates no friction. So this isn't like running all over the boat or your buddy's not having to hold it. It's just coming off that thing, and you know, in no time you got your reel re-spooled.
A lot of boaters have kill switches on their boat, but they don't know what they're for. It's always been one of my pet peeves since I was a drag boat racer to always wear it, even while I'm out fishing or out boating, or, you know, out with your family. And how it works is you tie the kill switch to your wrist, to your life jacket, to your ankle, as long as it's hooked to you, and you go overboard. When the boat's underway, it will kill power to the engine. And what most people don't realize, a boat is not like a car. When you put your car in gear and you push the gas, you're pushing with your foot, and if your foot falls off the gas pedal, the car pretty much stops. With a boat, when you throttle it up and you fall overboard, if you're going 50 miles an hour, if you're going 20, it doesn't really matter. The boat's going to keep going where it's going, and you don't know where it's going to go, but it's going to go somewhere. It could run into a marina full of like $1 million yachts. Worst of all, it could probably run into a swim area where there's children swimming, and God forbid that would happen. The most likely time you're going to fall overboard is in a turn. So, but if you're in a turn and you fall overboard, you're not wearing the kill switch, guess what? That boat's coming back for you. You know, it's going to continue to circle, throttled up, until it possibly runs you over. How the kill switch works is it's basically a tether that goes to a switch that when you fall overboard, it pulls that tether and it kills the ignition to the engine. So it's just like turning your key off. Without that kill switch in place, the motor cannot continue to run. And almost all boats have been equipped with them for 25 years.
I was born in the summer with black gum on my heels, full grown and cussing and bleach on my wheels. Killed me a panther before I was even grown, with a pocket knife and a guitar string and a live honeycomb. They gon' burn the honeysuckle, they gon' burn the honeysuckle, they gon' burn the honeysuckle when I die.
Most people, when they go to tie their line up to the cleat, they overthink it. Pretty simple though. You just want to go once around the cleat, give it 1 figure 8, and 1/2 inch. Anything more is unnecessary, and you're gonna have a lot of trouble when you go to untie your boat from the dock. Steady. Oh, Mike's got one. Mike's got one. Awesome. Yeah.
That animal, he's fighting for his life. He thinks you're going to eat him. He doesn't really know that we're going to just let him go. Large enough, dude. Good one.
And he ain't done yet.
He still ain't done. That giant. He's putting out everything he has, and we're putting out everything we have to keep him on, and can't wait to get him in the boat and just let him go.
Look at that thing in his mouth.
I love it, dude. Look at the net.
And he's missing an eye too.
No way.
He was just relentless. I mean, he was, you know, he had a insatiable appetite. He wanted more. You know, that big crawdad hanging out of his throat wasn't good enough for him. And he only had one eye. You know, I mean, that just says a lot for the species. I mean, they're predators, you know, and they see an opportunity, they're gonna take it. All right, I'm gonna let him go.
Let's do something impossible. Let's do something grand. Let's bet it all on one horse. 'Cause you and me, we're gonna win, of course. Remember when we had nothing? Oh, remember we made it work. Like Paris in 1943. Honestly, it was a miracle.
It just feels so great to get out in the country, get out on the water, and just soak in the beauty. Yeah, you know, I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. I mean, this is what life is all about.
The night before we're gonna go fishing, I'm staying up, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about, you know, going out on the water the next day, and there's just nothing like it. You know, you get out on that water and you're out there and it's just, you're in nature. And I think there's just something that, you know, draws man to water, you know, and especially the, you know, fishing and everything. You know, we've been hunting for food that way for, you know, eons. And I just think there's something instilled in all of us that, you know, once you try fishing, you can't help but to love it.
Another great day on the water. Caught a lot of 3-pound plus bass. Not exactly what we were looking for, but we'll be back, you know, to catch that lake record.
It was a good day of fishing today. You know, we caught fish consistently throughout the day. We didn't catch the lake record, but you know, we'll keep on trying and we'll be out here next time. We'll give it our best.
You can rest assured we'll be back tomorrow or the next day or the day after that, whatever it takes, to try to catch the lake record right here on Lake Austin.
Hard times we left them back east, and the future moves under our feet. We are westward bound.
Do it over here, mate.
Oh, that's a good one. Throw him on the measuring board.
Yeah, he'll make 16.
Shit. Oh, oh. Ow.
Don't tell me.
You been fishing long, boy? How long is he? 17?
He's 16. You ready?
He's like, where the hell am I? Oh, I'm free. There he is. Good one? In that?
It's a good one.
Okay, here, I'm gonna get this one. Come over here, man. Whoa.
Oh yeah, he's a great one, dude. God, look at him.
Don't put that on our video, Jeremy, please. I beg you. I beg you not to put that on our video.